Good afternoon, hockey fans, and welcome to Iceworld here in Boondall, Queensland, Australia. And we are getting set for Game 1 of the 2026 Under-20 Origin Series here in Brisbane. I am Lachlan Niels alongside with Jay Partridge here on the call here tonight and tomorrow with you. And if last season, the series last year was anything to go by, New South Wales definitely want to come out to a different start than they did last year. It was a completely series that Queensland dominated from the start. They won Game 1. They split that opening series actually down there in Newcastle, and then Queensland swept the second weekend, and it was just too much for New South Wales as they came up here for Games 5 and 6, and Queensland won those as well. And to be honest with you, the only game in that series that was even close was Game 2 that New South Wales won. But you look at it on paper right here, this is a very different New South Wales side. There's a lot of talent in this side, and on paper, this is going to be a very, very competitive series. If not, I give the edge slightly to New South Wales.
Yeah, I got to agree with you, Lachlan. There's been a lot of changes since last year. Quite a few players from Queensland that I've seen have dropped off, and some new players are stepping up. I look at the roster for New South Wales. It's looking good. They're looking strong. Based on some feedback I heard from the hockey community down there, is that they're looking really strong from New South Wales. So I think this year I can't see it being a 5-1 differential.
Absolutely not. You know, this year we're looking at the series ahead. Games 1 and 2 up here in Brisbane. Games 2 and 3 are down in New South Wales and Newcastle, and games 5 and 6 back up here. So those could potentially be huge to be back on home ice for Queensland if this series comes back leveled at 2 games apiece into that final series.
Yeah, it sounds like it. And it's nice that they're doing that, because last year it was the opposite. It was 4 games down there, 2 games up here. So if I remember correctly.
And it was the first 2 series as well, too, that were in New South Wales, and
That's
then the
right.
last one was up here. So it's really good to split it that way, because then if you have the home ice advantage, you're coming home to play those crucial games at home. But it's a thing, just talking about the hockey community for a second, this series, it's now, I believe, the second year of this series, and it's been fully embraced this year. There's a sellout crowd here tonight, and the hockey community, you look on social media all around Queensland, it's been a buzz. Everyone's been excited. There was a packed barn here last week for the tune-up game they had against the Lightning alumni, which,
yes,
if that game was anything to go by, you and I watched that game both here. The Queensland boys are ready to go, and they are not scared of a challenge here this weekend.
Yeah, that exhibition game was really interesting. Queensland came out really hot and fast in that for that exhibition game.
And they came out to a 3-0 lead against the Lightning alumni, which featured a lot of current Lightning players as well, too. So
yeah.
It was a good inter-squad game from the Lightning's perspective, a good first preseason hit-out. And for the younger players for both the Lightning and then the teams down in New South Wales, there's a lot of AIHL talent on this New South Wales side. There's players from the Rhinos, there's Bears, Ice Dogs. There's even a Brisbane Lightning player here in Braden Costa in the New South Wales side here. So it's going to be a very, very tight series. I think we talked about it before. New South Wales is extremely strong on paper right now, and part of what makes the state of origin very interesting is, unlike rugby league, here in ice hockey, it's under 20s. So you have guys age out, and once you have generations per se, some teams are going to have better generations than others. You're going to have teams go into a lax era at the time of a team's golden generation. Look at what we saw in the rugby league when Queensland won 8 in a row. Generations happen at different times, and that's part of what makes this interesting, especially at an under-20s level. There's a whole lot to play for, and a lot of these teams a lot of the players I know, I've just seen them and spoken to a few of them on the Queensland side. They're ready for this, and they want to wear the Queensland on their chest.
Absolutely, and to speak to that, because of that rotation and turnover and the new players coming in that are exciting and have a different game that they're playing, that also brings out the newer crowd. And it's feeding that. Like I actually got contacted by a couple of guys today asking if I could line them up with some tickets. I'm like, I'm sorry, it's
she's sold out.
Yeah, she's sold out. You're gonna have to watch and listen.
Come down tomorrow. There's still a few tickets available for tomorrow. I had a look online just before, so those are still up if you are in the Brisbane area and want to get down to the barn and experience this firsthand. And we're talking about, just for a second, what it means to some of these players. A lot of these players, most of them actually, if not all of them, have grown up playing state rep in the tournaments, right? DeFries, Tang, Ginsberg, even Brown, some of them,
yeah.
Right? But there's something different about this. All of these guys here in Queensland, most of them who grew up here you are exposed to rugby league. You're exposed to state of origin from a very young age, and it's the entire state stops. Both Queensland and New South Wales, for those 3 nights a year, the state stops, and everything becomes about that. So for these guys who grew up as a part of this, what it means to wear their state's colors on their chest during a state of origin labeled matchup is absolutely huge. And a couple of them have shared that sentiment with me as well.
Oh, absolutely. You know, everybody takes those jerseys home when the series is over. They don't get thrown into a closet. They usually get hung up somewhere as a visual reminder of, you know, what they've achieved. And, you know, it is an achievement anytime you can represent your state, you know. So I think that's exciting for everybody. It's exciting for the parents and grandparents and the fans that are coming to the game and watching from, you know, all over the world, you know. It's pretty impressive.
Speaking of playing for your state, not many people have done it more than this guy we're going to look at who's on the ice here tonight. Defender for Queensland, number 64, Jamie Brown, who's getting ready to play his 52nd game here tonight in Queensland colors. He has played across, this will be his 10th campaign in the Maroon. He's played for Ginsberg, DeFries, Tang, and Brown, and this is his second Origin series as well. So Mr. Queensland, if you will, he's seen it a lot in this Queensland jumper, and he's been a very huge part of these Queensland teams.
Yeah, and he's an excellent representative of Queensland. Like Jamie Brown, he's a nice person. He trains hard. He works hard. He's an inspiration to younger players. I know a lot of players look up to him. You know, so it's good to see guys like that representing Queensland.
And just another player, players who have gone overseas, who have come back, and this is one of their first hit-outs back on Australian ice for this season. Henri Dalgety was playing over in Atlanta this year in the USPHL Elite, and even got a couple games in the Premier as well. And he wore the C on his chest for the Elite season as well. So he was Henri Dalgety captained Atlanta for part of this season. And on the other side, there's plenty of players who have gone overseas and had some overseas experience as well. And a lot of these guys have played together, too, at different levels. You've got a lot of Australian under-20 talent, under-18 talent as well. And, you know, they're all brothers when they wear the green and gold, but when you got the maroon and blue on your shirt, brotherhoods go out the window very quickly.
Yeah, it's there. You know, that's a lot of times it's your best competition is playing against guys that you know well and guys that you respect. You try that much harder to beat the guys that you know.
And when you see a lot of guys growing up, reps playing against, and you start to understand tendencies of their game, and you start to become very learned on their game as well, which we saw last year in the series. There was a couple times where players almost went to make a move or went a certain way, and the defender knew where they were going before I think they did, and there was almost kind of a wink and a smile of, hey, I know you.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
the New South Wales team are just getting down here to the bench. To the left of us, Queensland getting ready to come out of the tunnel here in a second, and they're going to get on the ice for warm-ups here in a second. But just the barn filling in nicely.
Yeah, the New South Wales team, almost everybody's there ready on their bench.
And a full bench as well, too, which I know a lot of times in the AI and the AW, you don't see full benches on the on an away lineup, but they're packed shoulder to shoulder down there.
Yeah, 26 players for New South Wales, I count. And what do we got?
And every one of them are ready to go. And that helps when you can roll lines like that, too.
Yeah.
And when all of these guys on the team have experience, they've all played with each other, and, you know, they've all played at a certain level that you know you can trust each other out there, and they've all played with each other, like I said. So for these guys, when you've got your brothers and you're rolling, you come into a place, you roll deep like that, you can roll lines. This is going to be a very interesting game right off the bat, and it's also a sign that New South Wales is taking this series very, very seriously, and it's almost like they took it personally last year that Queensland came down there, won 3 out of 4 games in New South Wales, and they came up here and dominated 2 games in Queensland.
Yeah,
New South Wales definitely, to quote Michael Jordan, I took that personally.
Yeah, and so I'm just looking at the players come out on the ice now, and I'm watching New South Wales, and boy, it's incredible how many of these players that I recognize from last year that have grown so much in 1 year.
And that's going to be huge for them because we talked about it. Queensland's got a lot of new players coming into this lineup who didn't play last year. You got a lot of debutants in Origin here tonight. And on New South Wales, this is a seasoned, lean, mean fighting machine. And I like we said before, on paper, I'd say advantage slightly to New South Wales. But do you know what the best part about ice hockey is, Jay Partridge?
What's that?
It's not played on paper.
That's right. It's played on the ice. It's hard, it's fast, and you got to keep your head up in this game or you can be buried fast.
And speaking of ice hockey at the highest level, the Olympic Games got underway last night. I believe the opening ceremonies were this morning. So a lot of great hockey to watch over the next couple weeks. And a lot of it here, too, in Australia. The AWIHL season is getting towards the pointy end as well. The Brisbane Lightning on the road away at Melbourne as well. And we've got 6 games of State of Origin ahead of you.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be great. Glad to be here. Got a good view, and hopefully the viewers at home got a good view too. The seats are filling up here in Boondall. I can't believe how many people are already in their seats.
A lot of times what you see with the AIHL games is people will file in late. People will, get here a little bit, after puck drop or close to it. But it's absolutely packed in here right now. Like we said before, just adding the words State of Origin to a fixture in this part of the world makes it mean so much more.
Yeah, it's a big game for a lot of these players when it's their first time representing in the State of Origin series. They want to come out, they want to do well, want to impress their family and parents and brothers and sisters and teammates. So it's going to be good hockey. I can't wait till it starts.
So it's also good to see there's a decent traveling contingent of New South Wales supporters here. I've seen a bit of blue as well in the crowd, so always good to see them travel. But Queensland just showing up for ice hockey in a way that has been incredible to watch in the last couple of years. Brisbane has been a hockey town.
Yeah. Do you have any players that you've singled out that you want to watch, or you think their viewers?
There's a couple players on either side. One of them right now actually is wandering there along the red line at the center. Is Tyrone Oxlade. Is an incredible player. He's got 5 campaigns for Australia across the under-20s and the under-18s. He played was a teammate of Miko Rippin actually over at the Westchester Wolves last season over in the United States. He's got 6 points at international level, but even bigger than that, 42 games in the AIHL for the Sydney Bears, and I believe also he's played for the Rhinos as well. So
okay.
On New South Wales, another player to watch, Jacob Zeal as well. Played for them across Ginsberg, Tang, and DeFries. He's got 35 points for New South Wales across all competitions. David Quinn, another great player to watch for here tonight. 6'3", 80 kilos, 190 centimeters, defenseman. He played for the Central Coast Rhinos this year. He got a few games, actually. There was a lot of these players on New South Wales who saw minutes this year in the AIHL in Central Coast. They had a lot of injury problems, but one thing that New South Wales has benefited from that is that they've got a lot of young players here for this Origin Series who got AIHL minutes this year. On the other side, though, we've got some players on Queensland who have played at a high level, too. And one of them to look at here, we talked about before, Henri Dalgety, who's come home back to Queensland to wear the maroon. Another player here who has played for Queensland, we talked about before, Jamie Brown, has all the experience in the world. But a couple people who have come into this lineup who are not seen as much of in the Origin setting. Barrett Mannix, the left winger, he's played for Puckers in the BUIHL. He has 11 points in 21 games for Queensland across all competitions. Jackson Stanek is a forward. He is 5'9", 56 kilos, and he made his debut with the Brisbane Lightning last year. I believe his minutes were limited, but just getting to train with the team as well is absolutely huge. He's a great young player, and he's played at an extremely high level here for Queensland, and he's won silverware for Queensland as well. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Jackson had at least 4 games with the Lightning where he got some minutes. That was exciting. I know he really enjoyed that.
And now another player to look here, another one of those Lightning fringe players who's seen a lot of good minutes at high levels is Lachlan Fixter. He's represented Queensland at the DeFries, Tang, and Brown tournaments. 2 AJIHL seasons. He played for both the Sun Devils and the Brisbane Blitz. And he signed with the Brisbane Lightning. He's been playing with their reserves for a couple of years now. So anytime you get to play with players of that quality week in and week out of training, it's going to boost your game. And one of those players who had a great showing in the game last weekend, who was actually standing on his head in that preseason game last weekend, in between the pipes tonight, is Ethan Meyer, brother of the Brisbane Lightning women's goaltender, Katie Meyer. And I think it's in the blood of that family because he played an incredible game last weekend, and he made a lot of great saves against a couple times where he got hung out to dry by his defenders, too, and he made a couple double, triple saves.
Yeah, dedicated family to hockey, and their father does a lot and gives a lot to hockey here
Head
in
coach
Brisbane.
of the Brisbane Lightning women's team. And, for
always
Brisbane,
appreciate it.
last weekend, that hit out against good quality opposition was absolutely huge, right? It's big. They had a preseason game for this Origin series, if you will. I'm not sure if New South Wales has done that as well. I would imagine, just with how seriously they've taken this series on all other aspects, that they would have. So both of these teams, you would imagine, are coming into this game ready. And, the New South Wales players, most of, if not all of them, got a lot of minutes in the Super League, the East Coast Super League down there in New South Wales as well. So a lot of these guys are seeing good, high-quality minutes. So it's not like your usual preseason curtain raiser where guys are coming into it, out of shape or not in form, ready to go. These guys are ready to go, and it's going to be a great series.
Yeah. So a couple names I want to call out here to watch for. I'm going to say for my prediction to watch for something special today from Queensland will be number 20, Jace Haley. I know it's his mom's birthday today, and I know he wants to score a goal for her. So happy birthday to his mother. And also one that I've been watching lately is Barrett Mannix, number 4. You've already mentioned him. His size has increased significantly since last year. And he always plays with passion and intensity.
And he played. The only way to describe his game from last weekend was brave. He was going at guys on the ice like Anthony Barnes, who are twice his size, was not afraid to throw the body around, throw hits around. And a lot of these guys on Queensland were really brave, really ready to step up. And like you said, Mannix is one of them.
Yeah. And another one I want to call out for New South Wales, number 79, Hayden Boyd. I know his sister made it up to watch him play. And his grandmother, Nettie, back home, she's a big fan of ice hockey down in New South Wales. And Hayden's dad, Tony, and mom, Kylie, they're big fans, and they give a lot to the game, and they're watching live today, too. So shout out to them. We're keeping an eye out for number 79, Hayden Boyd.
And a shout out to everyone watching at home here tonight, whether you are in Queensland or New South Wales or wherever you are around the country or world. We welcome you here to Iceworld at Boondall. And we got about 2 minutes 15 to go on the clock for the warm-ups. Then we will get into the anthem proceedings. But just getting last minute preparation.
Who's our starting goalies? It's going to be Ethan, I think.
I would assume it Ethan Meyer, and then just based on the series last year, a player who had an absolutely good series in the games that he got to play last year. Montgomery was the goaltender for New South Wales. I would imagine Mac Montgomery, number 75, is going to get the start here tonight. But there are a couple other good goaltenders on the roster as well. So they've got Xavier Roy as well as – I believe they had, as well as Kai Stoley. So, yeah, they had 3 goaltenders to choose from. They've got obviously only 2 dressed. And those 2 I see down there on the bench. We got – so Roy is down there, and then in the net is Montgomery. So, yeah, just like I imagined, it should be Meyer versus Montgomery here in nets. And what a great young goaltending battle that's going to be. Matt Montgomery, he's represented New South Wales in the 2023 Brown Tournament. He won Game 2 of the Origin Series last year, so he is the only New South Wales goaltender to win a game in an Origin Series up to this point. And, he has 2 appearances for Australia at the under-20 level, both of which were off the bench. But at international level, he has a perfect save percentage, 1,000%. So every game he's come into off the bench, he's absolutely come in and shut down. So it shows that he's able to put the situation out of his head, and he's able to just play ice hockey, which I know for goaltenders is probably the most important factor you could have. His AIHL stats, he has 6 games played, a 5.5 goal a game average, and a record of 1-1. But in the East Coast Super League, have a look at this record: 34 games played, 2.53 goals against average, a .9 save percentage, and a record of 22-6-6. So Matt Montgomery, a great goaltender. And we talked about, they're on the other side, Ethan Meyer. He's represented at Ginsburg and Tang levels. This is his 8th campaign in Maroon. He's got 2 shutouts for Queensland already, and he'd love to add to that tally. Yeah, I might add none of those shutouts at Origin level. Those, I believe, one of them was in the Tang tournament, one was in the Ginsburg tournament.
Yeah, and then the backup or goalie, I don't know if he's backup, but we got Liam Robinson. He's done well. He's represented Queensland several times.
He played very well in the game last week. All 3 goaltenders got minutes in that preseason game last weekend, and all 3 of them played extremely well.
Yeah, totally agree.
So we are getting set for last-second preparations, and then the anthem. The Queensland boys are gathering at the net mouth. And we are going to go through our anthem proceedings. And we will be back with Game 1 of the State of Origin Series 2026. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Stay tuned.
So we are getting set for the final preparations right before puck drop. Both teams getting in the right mental space. All four of our officials meeting down here at the red line. The rock, paper, scissors from the officials there in the middle. And so
I guess they're rock, paper, scissoring for who's taking which side?
I imagine so, yeah. So we on your screens, we will have New South Wales going from left to right in the first and third periods, and then Queensland will be going right to left. So you imagine that's intentionally done by Queensland to make the New South Wales goaltender have to deal with 2 periods of the fans down there. We know here at Boondall, the fans behind the net like to get a little bit rowdy. But what a game of hockey we got in front of us. State of Origin, it's always a great time of year. Great way to raise the season, raise the curtain on the men's season, if you will. The AIHL getting underway in a couple months' time, but it's all about state versus state here tonight.
You betcha. For the next, for today and tomorrow, that's what's going to be on our minds.
So New South Wales would love to come out here and get off to a hot start. I think a couple keys to the game. Game 1 last year, we saw it was a lot of penalties. Queensland spent a lot of time on the man-up situation in Game 1 last year. So Montgomery is, in fact, our starter for New South Wales. I'm just seeing out of the corner of my eye. But in Game 1 last year, Queensland dominated on the power play. They got a lot of power play opportunities. So for New South Wales, look for them to strike early, strike hard, and they're going to want to keep the discipline to the best case scenario. And for Queensland, weather the early storm, because I know that New South Wales are going to send waves at them fast, and they're going to test this young Queensland team here, I think.
Yeah, and for our viewers at home, I'm just going to point out that you're going to see a lot of half visors being worn. That's an indicator that that player is age 18 or above. And when you see a full cage, that's a good indicator that that's a player that it's 17 and below.
Now, it's not perfect science, but it's pretty darn close to it.
Yeah.
So we are getting set. Puck drop here in Queensland State of Origin. Game 1 is underway. And the Blues win the face-off back here. And they're going to send it back to their defensive zone. And immediately a big hit has been thrown and some pushing and shoving in the back. And already an extremely physical game here. The puck gets down into the corner and it's fished out here by the Blues. And they're going to work this one around. That one, Oxlade is going to wind this one, take it down to the corner here. And he's going to keep it himself. And it's going to fall back to Oxlade here. And he's got, I believe that's Dalgety on him. And Queensland going to strip this one out. And they're going to try and break out the zone. But a good drive there by Oxlade is able to break this one back into the zone. We talked about him in the pregame. Tyrone Oxlade playing only the first 2 games of this series before he heads back to Calgary. And Queensland already here, weather an early storm, but now they're going to try and break this one out. What a great deke here now, and Queensland are on the rush. 1-0, the pass is just a little too far. It was Jackson Stanek, number 19, who brought that one forward, and New South Wales are going to try and break this one out here through number 7. It's Taj Lowry. Lowry will skate this one up, and it gets taken by Sammy Rippin. Good to see him back in the Queensland lineup. He took a big hit in the game last weekend. Is now a chance for the Blues, and that one gets poke checked away. This one's down here in the corner. A great pass into the center, and it's just directed on goal, but it's not able to be put in by Downey. The strip here, Stanek is able to get the puck away from Oxlade. And now here come Queensland on the break, 2-on-1. Queensland down into the corner, back into the middle, a shot and a great save by Montgomery. And Queensland are kept off the board early. Stanek was robbed. Queensland able to keep this puck in the zone, but only for a second, and here come the Blues. Sam Siwak loses the puck down there in the corner, and the Maroons are going to try and push this one forward. But good forechecking right now by the Blues, and a check into the boards there by David Quinn sends Middleton to the ground for Queensland. Puck bouncing around the neutral zone a lot here now, and you think that there might be a chance that gets created off of something sloppy perhaps. And a great move there by Braden Costa, the Brisbane Lightning player, the captain for New South Wales, who sends this one forward. And this one gets jumped on by a Queensland player, Dalgety. He's going to send this one forward. Queensland tried to have a chance, but New South Wales jump on it. And it's going to get forced into the corner now, and two players will fight over it. Queensland send this one back around, and it's going to get picked up there by Quentin Greenwood. And he's going to launch this puck forward. Now here comes Queensland. Got to stay on side, but now they got a one-on-one. And no one really there to help. New South Wales is able to get back and deal with that quickly. Jew will take the puck forward, and he's going to dump this one in. And Sammy Rippon will just pick this puck up. And now Queensland with their heads up looking to push forward. 16:57 here to go in the first period. Queensland in and a chance on a shot, a save by Montgomery. A big rebound though, but it gets deflected away, and now here come New South Wales on a 3-on-3. This puck gets dumped in, and it's going to get chased after by Ben McGrath. McGrath takes this one around, wrap around, shot just goes wide. And here come Queensland picking this up here. It's Nate Fixter. Passes that one forward, and some good fighting over the puck here in front of us, and Campbell is going to pull that one away, but only for a second, as McGrath will push this one forward for New South Wales. McGrath dumps it forward, and it gets Jack Molly will pick this puck up here, number 47. And it flick through, but that one's able to stay in the zone. New South Wales playing brilliantly in here, keeping Queensland inside their defensive zone. Queensland able to break that one out now, but only for a second as New South Wales send that one back in, and they're going to change these lines again. So here come Queensland. Pass intercepted there by Lowry, but it's going to get sent forward now, and here come Queensland moving the puck. It's Haley. Haley's going to send this one down to the bottom, and he's going to take a hit into the boards there by Mac Tutton. Queensland will strip this puck back, but only for a second, as Tyrone Oxlade will fish this puck out and send it around the horn. And Dalgety tried to jump the route, and he was able to break it up for a second as this puck goes down and is picked up here by Queensland, but an interception in the attacking zone creates a chance for New South Wales. Lowry sends this one down behind the net here. New South Wales setting something up, a great centering pass and a shot from the slot. And Ethan Meyer covers, and some pleasantries exchanged there. The shot came from Cameron Hughes, number 20.
Well, there you go, Lockie. Almost 5 minutes without a whistle. It's pretty interesting to watch. So far, the shots on goal are 3-2 for New South Wales. New South Wales just got their last 3 shots on goal in the last minute of that play. Jackson Stanek for Queensland had a really good opportunity earlier on, but he just pushed it a little bit too far before, so he couldn't get a breakaway. But here we go.
Oh, and that shot from Costa went up and caught a player right in the helmet. And that's what the whistle came from. I think that's Jack Molly, maybe number 47. Yeah, the alt captain. There's going to be a high stick is called. So
yeah,
we'll see who that's against.
Yeah, I saw the puck definitely hit him in the head. That's why he kind of held his head right away, because when you get hit in the head by a puck, even though you're wearing a helmet, it hurts, folks. It not only hurts, it's loud.
So it looks like Queensland's going on a power play here. There's 2 minutes on the board, and it's going against number 19, so it's Colby Schumack. And he is going for the high stick. He's got 22 points in 27 games over in the Canadian School Sports League last year, so a great player. Not a player you want to have spending a lot of time in the box. Queensland now with a power play opportunity here in the attacking zone. and just a little eager on the face-off. So we reset here. And the face-off won here by Queensland in the attacking zone, and they're going to send this one down. And this will let Braden Costa of New South Wales just send that puck all the way down, but that got intercepted by Dalgety, who lays that off to Partridge. And Dalgety's going to take this one down, and they're going to look to set something up here. Henri Dalgety taking this puck forward for Queensland. He's going to take it in the slot himself, takes a shot on Montgomery, got a save on, but knocked it only up over the net. And Dalgety went in almost headhunting on Tyrone Oxlade there. Pass over to Partridge here down in the defensive zone. Queensland very calm here on this power play, looking like they just want to set something up off the training ground, if you will. And Partridge is just offside.
Yeah, just going to bring it back here. 14-25 in the first. Shots on goal are 4-2 for New South Wales.
We see there on the replay, there's the save from Montgomery, and then the subsequent hit after there from Henri Dalgety. So we talked about in the pregame, both of these teams ready to go, both of them ready to represent their state. They're putting it all on the line here early. This faceoff gets won by New South Wales, but only for a second, as Ozzie Partridge will take this puck right in front of us. Lays it off. Partridge looking up. He's got a man ahead of him. Queensland going to settle this one down here. Pass down to the back. Queensland looking to do something with it. They've got about 56 seconds here to go on the power play. Back to Partridge. Dalgety. Henri Dalgety, a shot on, and a pad save by Montgomery, and a secondary shot gets directed on, and a second save there by Montgomery.
Yeah, Queensland's doing well. They're playing it at their pace right now. There isn't a big sense of rush and urgency, but they are looking to get into the zone and control the puck, trying to set up a good opportunity for a shot. They did get a shot, and then a quick little rebound there and cover up with a whistle.
A good pass, centering pass by Jace Haley on that last play to create one of those chances. New South Wales win the face-off here, but they won't be able to clear the zone. Molly's going to dump this one down to the corner, and Middleton will chase. And a huge clapper sends that one around, and it's able to clear the zone. So if you're not able to clear the zone at once, just try and smash it out, if you will. 13:37 here to go in the first period. Queensland have 30 seconds to work on the power play, and let's see what they do with it here. Pushing it forward now. Here come Queensland. They take the blue line, lays it off now. Middleton, Jack Middleton sends this one down. And back at a wrister on, doesn't beat the pad, and the rebound is picked up there by Lachlan Fixter. Sends it around to Molly. And we are back to even strength, so New South Wales kill the penalty early. Fixter will pick this puck up here. And just scuffs it, and he takes a hit into the boards for his trouble, and this one should be iced because the power play is over. And it was tipped apparently on the way through, so no icing. So now Queensland got to work. New South Wales forechecking them. And that pass goes forward. Partridge just couldn't collect it. And Downey's going to send that one in. And a check there into the boards. And Queensland looks to break this one out now. Here comes a chance 2-on-1 on a breakout. Queensland had a good strip there by the New South Wales defender to break this one out. Now here come New South Wales on a chance here. And a good deke sets up a chance. Backhander, and a great save there by Ethan Meyer. The chance was created there by Colby Shumack. Kisniakov takes this puck down into the corner and dishes it around to his defensive partner. And that one gets intercepted. But only for a second, and a big check there sends a New South Wales player to the ground. But a yard sale there in the back. Middleton loses a stick, but what an incredible pass! Wow, he choked up on the stick almost like you do when you're little kids playing on your knees. And he sent that one into the slot, and somehow that one got turned on goal.
Yeah, we got a slashing penalty coming up here at 11:52 of the first.
Watch this on the replay. He loses a stick, he picks it up here, and just off hands. I think he was almost overhanded.
Looked like a broom sweep.
Yeah, he was overhanded, and he still got that puck to the near post. What a pass.
Yeah, what an opportunity.
New South Wales deal with it, but we've got another penalty going to the boards. This one's going to be number 17.
Yeah, number 17 for slashing is what they have up on the board. Here comes the face-off. Goes back behind the goalie. puck cleared out of the New South Wales zone, heading down into the Queensland end. Number 81.
So they're going to pick this puck up now behind the net here. 11:37 to go, and Queensland going to look to push it, but just scuffs that one on the ice. And a big check there, but Queensland will shake it off. And that one goes into the boards, but it looked like the Queensland player, Middleton, was just losing his skates as he was going down. And Fixter and Oxlade, what a move by Oxlade. And this puck will get sent out, and a great dump will move this puck away. So New South Wales forechecking well, creating a dangerous opportunity, and a shot on, and it's saved by Meyer. So just confirmation now going to the box. It's Cheslav Kulinic in the box for the slash, and about half of that has been killed off already. So New South Wales looking very confident here on the penalty kill already. 10:48 here at Dalgaty's going to take this puck forward, but that one's going to get intercepted. Lowry, he's going to lay this puck forward now. And Olkin is going to send that one to the middle, but it gets intercepted by Dalgaty, and he's going to push this one off the ice. Henri Dalgaty dumps that one in, but it's too far for Haley, and Tutton will pick this one up in the corner, and Mac Tutton sets it around, but it's picked up. Ozzy Partridge keeps it in. Haley with a shot, redirected in front, but was saved by Montgomery, and now another chance for Queensland here. Haley with the shot in front, and it gets scuffed on, and Lowry is going to pick this one up for New South Wales. But Queensland, more pressure here from Queensland. Doing very well on this man-up situation. And a bank pass just too hot for Partridge, and that one will get dumped out, and New South Wales will be able to get a change. So Dalgaty, heads up, was able to see his man forward, but the pass was just a little too hot, and Queensland unable to capitalize on it, and Fixter throws a big check in, but a good job there by the New South Wales player to shake that one off. That was Declan Downey, who we saw in the AIHL this season for the a good shot on we saw with the Central Coast Rhinos this year. Declan Downey's not afraid to throw the body around. Fixter is going to fish this one out and send this one all the way down, and the captain, Braden Costa, will pick this one up for New South Wales. 9:22 here to go in this first period. Zhao loses the puck here. Middleton picks it up behind the net for Queensland. And New South Wales fishing there. They're able to get the puck away, but only for a second. And that one gets sent in by Middleton, but only for a second. The puck gets picked up by Mannix. And New South Wales able to steal this puck, but only for a second. Olkin fighting for the puck there. And this one's going to get sent down to the corner. And it's sent from Zhao over to Costa. Good move there by Braden Costa. New South Wales captain showing his skating skills. And the pass down to David Quinn, who will take this one out of their zone now. Quinn has 4 Queenslanders on him, but he's going to take it to the corner himself. And Sammy Rippon will take the puck off him, but only for a second. And this puck's going to head down to the corner now. Zhao sends the one into the center. And a good pickup there by New South Wales, and a shot on by Jew, and it goes wide. And a penalty now will be going for the way of the Blues.
Yeah, there's 8:17 left of the first here. Shots on goal are 6 apiece. Got to say, saw 2 power plays for Queensland here. They did pretty good on the power plays. They actually kept it down into the New South Wales zone for a bit there. They're going to have to clean up their passing on the power plays. You can't be sending stretch passes and such when you're in the attack on the power play.
I've noticed already here in the first 12 minutes of this game, because of the depth that they have on the bench, right, New South Wales are rolling lines, but Queensland are catching them in the change a lot, and there's a few chances they've created already here just in the line changes with those breakout passes, and a shot gets deflected down into the Boondall boards here, right there by the Zamboni gate. This puck gets sent to Oxlade. Oxlade with a great deke there, takes it to the center himself, but that one gets knocked away by Lachlan Fixter. And New South Wales take it back into the zone. And Sammy Rippon able to block that shot, but only for a second. And Rippon will dump it back out after New South Wales create a chance. A good pass back to Oxlade, but it's just too hot. It looked like it actually just caught a bit of the ice there and jumped over his stick. New South Wales reset here with Braden Costa. They're going to try and push something forward. 1:13 to go here on this power play. And Queensland keeping their shape well. This one's going to get sent forward to Hughes. Hughes Pass intercepted. Now here comes Queensland. It's Haley. Haley 1-on-3 is going to just take it himself. And a New South Wales player heads to the ice. That's Aiden Downey. Shumack with a shot on, and I think Ethan Meyer saw that one late, but he was still able to make the pad save.
Very nice kick
save here on the night. Puck in front. Shumack's pass just a little errant, but New South Wales able to keep it in the zone. 35 seconds here to go. And this power play is shot on, and that one just goes wide. Shumack will pick this puck up here in the corner. Back into the center, and it's intercepted there by two Queensland players, and it's sent away, killing precious seconds off of this power play, and they're able to get a change as well, but so are the New South Welshmen. Here come the Blues now pushing this puck forward. It's Mac Tutton, the Sydney Bear, who's going to send this one forward. Zhao will take this one across, and we are back to even strength. So both sides here perfect on the penalty kill early, and a shot on, that one's centered, and that one gets knocked away by by Queensland. 6 minutes here to go in this first period, a frantically paced first period at times here. And here come New South Wales pushing this one down into the zone and down into a dangerous spot, but Zhao unable to deal with it, and a slap shot sent on by Tutton. And Queensland will send this one around the shoe, and now here comes Queensland 2-on-1. Haley, and there's a penalty in the back, and it's going to go against Queensland, so it's just bad discipline here in the back, and a holding penalty is going to go against Sammy Rippon.
Yeah, number 55, Sammy Rippon.
We might see it on the we might be able to see it on the net cam possibly, but there was just some pleasantries exchanged behind the net during that breakout, and what went from a very good 2-on-1 opportunity is now a man down.
Yeah, it's too bad because Queensland were breaking up the ice there. We're at 5:44 of the first. Shots on goal are 8-6 in favor of New South Wales. Gonna say, we've seen now each team has been on a power play and penalty kill. It's looking fairly even so far.
This is now their second chance on the power play, New South Wales. And Tyrone Oxlade will send this puck across back to his defensive partner, Braden Costa. That's a defensive pairing that any team in the AIHL would love to have, let alone here in the state of origin. New South Wales are very lucky to have them. They dumped that one off to Shumack. Shumack's going to dump this one down into the corner. He's going to take it down. And a big check there. New South Wales doesn't like it, but the referee says play on. Back post, Oxlade! A shot. Ethan Meyer sees it into the glove and almost gives him the how do you do.
Yeah. We got 1:29 left of the power play here for New South Wales. We're at 5:13. Shots on goal remain at 8-6. So far on the New South Wales power play, they have, by my count, one registered shot on goal in the power play.
You saw there on the replay there as the faceoff is won here by New South Wales, but not a player you want to let alone at the back post. Queensland low-key got away with one there. And a shot on by New South Wales, but that one gets blocked by a Queensland player on the way through. This one's going to trickle. Will it make it out of the blue line? It won't. So New South Wales keep it in the zone here on the power play. Shumack just loses the puck for a second, and Fixter was able to make him deal with it. New South Wales here sends one down around to the back to Costa. Costa and Oxlade cycle. And a big check there in front. And Queensland throwing the body around. That's Quentin Greenwood down there in the corner. But Oxlade, a shot. That one got saved and a score! New South Wales strike early. They strike first. And they take the 1-0 lead on the power play. We'll see it here on the replay. Queensland, they dealt with the first shot. Oxlade was just dancing the puck in. The first shot got blocked by a player. We'll see it here. I believe it might have been Dalgety possibly. But we'll see here. Fishes this one out. The first shot is saved by the Queensland player. Yeah, it was Henri Dalgety. Gets a good block on. But then the rebound is dealt with. I think Meyer was screened. And New South Wales, the secondary shot there gets tipped in.
Yeah, unfortunately, Queensland, I think, got a little caught on their heels there watching the physicality in the corner. And once the puck broke out, it got away on them. Good goal by New South Wales.
So New South Wales lead. It's not a position they spent a lot of time in the series last year. But like we said early, this is a completely different series. They almost make it 2 there. 4:13 here to go in the first period as the linesman takes a shot there to the shoulder, and he looks uncomfortable, actually. We're going to have to blow the whistle here because the lino's gone down. He took that puck right off his shoulder and possibly the collarbone.
Inside, it looked like inside on the collarbone. So Going to have a couple minutes here for him to recoup and get it up. Going back to the game, I believe that goal was scored at 4:28 of the first period here. Shots on goal currently are 10-6 for New South Wales.
So we'll try and get an official word on who got the goal scored there. Oxlade took the shot. It looked like it got deflected at the near post, possibly. But the trainer's coming out onto the ice, so we hope the best for our linesman here. He gets a round of applause from the crowd.
Yep.
But yeah, that shot, I don't think he saw it much either, because that one came at him quick, hard. It was rising, and it caught him right on the collarbone, which I've never taken an ice hockey puck there, but I have taken a baseball there, and it is not a good place to get hit.
Yeah,
it's soft tissue right there on the inside of the collar. There's no nice way to take an ice hockey puck there.
No, absolutely. I'll tell you what, I've played both baseball and hockey. In both those sports, it's a sport where you don't want to be hit by the object, especially in hockey. But, there are spots between pads. There are spots where you don't want to get hit. And, and a linesman, they're wearing minimal pads, right? So they're, for him to get up that fast, I'm actually impressed.
It's good to see our linesman is okay. And here comes Queensland now. They'd love to answer quickly here. So if you're just joining us moments ago before we had the linesman go down, New South Wales took the lead in this one, 1-0. 3:39 here to play. Dalgety sends a shot on in Montgomery with a save. Queensland picked this puck up now here behind, and some good physicality behind the net. Queensland able to come away with it here. They're going to try and fish this one out here. Ozzie Partridge almost able to get it, but New South Wales fish it out. It's David Quinn.
Here we are back
down here now into the corner. And it's fished out there. And New South Wales keep this puck. It's Krishniakov. Sends that one down into the corner. A good pass there. And a good check there sends the man off the puck there. It's Quentin Greenwood. Seen a lot of him down there in that corner. This one gets sent around. And chipped forward now. Queensland have a potential opportunity now with Dibble. And Mannix intercepts it, but they're just offside, so he has to dump it in. And 2:45 here to go. New South Wales look to send something now here on a breakout. Queensland are forechecking. And they create a mistake here. Hugh Campbell picks this puck up, but only for a second as it falls to Jamie Brown, and he's going to dump this puck down into the corner. And New South Wales will pick it up, sending it around to Quinn. Quinn braces for the contact, and Mannix sends him into the boards. New South Wales fish it out, but only for a second. Mannix, who's almost looking body first, sends this one out to Brown. Brown with a slap shot, but that goes wide. Sammy Rippin's going to try and keep this one in, and he'll send this one down low. A good chance now for Queensland. Queensland dealing with the puck in front. McElligott sends this one forward. Brown will keep it in. Queensland trying to keep this puck in. A dangerous shot. The goaltender saw it late, and the rebound is picked up by McElligott. And New South Wales picked this puck up here in their own zone, and they're going to try and break this one up. Zhao. He gets it stripped, but only for a second, and now here comes New South Wales the other way. That one gets sent back around, a pass that's going to get picked up behind the net by Kisniakov. Forward to Jew. And a push in the back. I thought that might have get called, but here comes Queensland now 3-on-1 the other way. Pass, that one's greatly broken up there by New South Wales. That was number 59 on the back check, Declan Downey. Queensland, a great pass to the back, and Costa was able to break that one up before it got to the goaltender. So Queensland creating good opportunities now with about a minute to go here in this first period. New South Wales are able to clear the zone now. Henri Dalgety will pick this puck up here for Queensland. And loops it around. Eugene Jew is able to steal this puck away. A great pass into the slot. And that one's out. It's still out, and the referees are going to say this one's held out. So Ethan Meyer, I think by virtue of the puck getting stuck in his pads, has a save, and this game's still 1-0.
Yeah, I think it kind of got behind him back between his leg pads where he had to actually sit down on it. We're at 46 and a half seconds left in the first period. Shots on goal are 11-7. It's good back and forth hockey.
This will be the angle here on the replay. You see it there. Yeah, it's just behind him, and he's able to just sit down on the puck, keeps it out of the net. So the 1-goal lead is still intact. And Oxlade will take this puck for Queensland, and Fixter came up. That hit looked like it might have come up a little bit high. But Queensland now push this puck forward. Middleton wins this puck here for Queensland, lays it off for Fixter. Lachlan Fixter, it gets stripped away by New South Wales. Good job there by Aiden Downey to take that one away. And it's going to get passed back to him, sent over to Braden Costa here. Costa dumps this one forward, and Brown will pick this one up for Queensland. A good fight on the puck there, stealing that one away. It's Sam Siwak for New South Wales, and a big run there by Sammy Rippon is going to get penalized. So the period will end, and New South Wales will start the second period with 2 minutes on the board. So we'll just get the official call here. Elbowing is the call against Sammy Rippon.
Yeah.
He came in and wanted contact with the body there, and he got it. But unfortunately for him, and unfortunately for Queensland, it's penalized. So Queensland down 1-0 on the scoreboard, and they're down a man starting the second period.
Yeah, Lachlan, I think New South Wales coaches are going to be going to the dressing room and telling the players, we got 6 more players on our bench than they do. We need to pick up the speed. We need to be more active. We're going to be on our 3rd power play going into the second period, and we need to have more speed and more shots on goal. What do you think the Queensland coaches are going to be telling the players?
The exact same thing, pretty much, is we need to shut this game down, but we also need to get back in it as well. And I think that they need to work on the discipline a little more. They've spent a lot of time a man down, which they really shouldn't have been, because if you look at a lot of these penalties, a lot of them have been both same back before, where with 2-on-1 break created And we are back here from Boondall for the second period of this Game 1 of the 2026 Under-20 State of Origin Series. And if you're just joining us, New South Wales took the lead at the end of the first period. It was a goal from Colby Schumack, who got the deflection at the near post on a shot from Tyrone Oxlade. So that is where we are now. And if you're noticing, you're not counting wrong. Queensland have only 4 players on the ice. That will happen for 2 minutes because at the very end of the first period, Sammy Rippon had his second penalty of the night. It was an elbowing call, and New South Wales are back on the power play to start this one. And we are getting ready to be underway here for the second period of Game 1, and we're underway. Braden Costa gets this puck back, and he's going to take it immediately behind his net. And he's going to push this one out. And this puck is going to come over, and it's picked up here by Greenwood, who sends that one all the way down. Great clearance, will kill 15 seconds off of this power play. Schumack, the goal scorer, just loses it on the ice there. We just had an ice cut, and the ice is pretty wet. And if you've ever watched the game here at Boondall, you know how this puck can be sometimes, especially here in the summertime. As Oxlade, we are just, so we pass the puck out. And this one gets picked up here by Dalgety, who's going to send this one down. And I think Queensland, they know this ice really well, and they're just going to use that wet patch to kill this penalty, if you will. Gamesmanship, yes. Is it effective? Extremely. So here come New South Wales. They're going to try and break this one out. And the funny part is, if you saw in the beginning of this, Braden Costa, who plays on this ice, who played last year for Brisbane and a shot on, Braden knew that spot, so he immediately wanted to get the puck off of there as quickly as he could. And now here comes Campbell. Hugh Campbell pushing forward for Queensland on a shorthanded opportunity. 45 seconds to go here in the period, and he's just going to take this one and let New South Wales take it in the corner. They've killed off a minute and 20 of this power play already. Oxlade sends this one forward here. Great pass to Hughes. Hughes with a shot, and that one got deflected off the knees of Brown. And a big hit there from Queensland sends the man in. Schumack now with the puck at the blue line sends this one down. And a good pass across the middle to Oxlade, and that one was giving up a fat rebound, and New South Wales scores. Oxlade with the shot from the slot. Huge rebound, and it stuck to the ice, and New South Wales deflected in. It's 2-0.
Yeah, got the goalie down, and it just came on the backhand of his stick. It was an easy push in for him. Kind of wide open on the side there. Goal is scored at 18:21 of the second period. New South Wales up 2-0.
There are
14
players,
shots on goal.
2 players had a shout for that one. It's the first power play goal of the series, but 2 players had a shout for that one. It looks like it's Aiden Downey who's going to get credit for it. So it's his first goal of the series, and Oxlade's going to get another apple on that one. 2-0 New South Wales. And this one comes forward. Now Queensland would love to respond here immediately. Pass it to the center. This one's loose in the slot. Queensland able to keep it in, and a shot gets sent on, but knocked away. Partridge is going to dump this one away, but only for a second. The puck's going to stay in the zone, but New South Wales able to clear it for now. Siwak will pass this puck over. And Queensland forechecking very well. And this one's going to get sent all the way down. And icing is called. So Queensland now will have a face-off in their attacking zone. Yeah, big saucer pass to ice. It went over everybody's heads. Didn't touch down until after the blue line. We're at 17:49 of the second period. So scores 2-0. We've got calls from the New South Wales bench here to just settle it down here. And just, they're up 2 goals. They don't need to be dumping pucks the full length of the ice like that. And they'd love to break something out here. They did for a second, but Queensland, are able to deal with it. Dalgety gets this puck here. Sends this one a great pass over, and now here comes Queensland on a breakout. Partridge drives this one down, takes it behind the net, and just loses the puck in the wet ice. So now Queensland with it in the corner. New South Wales able to fish this one away, but only for a second. But they got this puck back. And collision there in the corner. Quinn went into it with Greenwood. And some pushing and shoving behind the net here. And New South Wales are going to break this one out here potentially. Queensland back checking well, and they're able to get numbers back. Siwak's not able to create anything dangerous for now. He's got Sammy Rippon all over him. And a pass back to the middle. And Queensland able to clear the zone. This one will come down to Campbell. That is Matty Campbell for New South Wales. Not to be confused with Hugh Campbell from Queensland. This puck gets taken there by Jackson Stanek. And a stick caught Stanek in the mouth. It was Declan Downey's stick there as he was coming by. And New South Wales going to push this one into the zone here. Here's Zhao. That one gets caught up in the pads. And now here come Queensland the other way. It's almost basketball right now. Back and forward stuff here. A good deke there. And Stanek gets knocked down. Great check there by New South Wales. And a chance created by Queensland. And Stanek hopped on that puck here. Jackson Stanek fighting for it in the corner here. Able to pass this one now down around. It's Hugh Campbell. So Debel sends this one forward. It's now down low. And that one tried to get sent into the slot, and Barrett Mannix is shot past, whatever you want to call it, is down into the pads of Montgomery.
Yeah, I caught that as well, that Stanek caught the stick blade in his mouth just as he is exiting the ice. One of the other things I want to talk to our viewers at home about, you hear us mention a few times about the ice being wet. What happens there is it doesn't make it slippier, it actually acts like glue. The puck stops, and these sticks have such flex to them that when it's stuck to the ice sometimes, that's why you'll see a player skate by and you think, oh, why didn't he pick up the puck? It's because his stick will flex back on it because the puck is stuck to the ice.
So there's I believe we've just had a warning issued to New South Wales because one of their players wasn't wearing a neck guard.
Oh, okay. It's 15:45 left in the second period. Shots on goal, 14-8. Here we go.
So here comes Queensland now. They win the faceoff in their attacking zone, and Brown in his 52nd game in the Maroon across all age levels here tonight. This one's going to get picked up here in the corner by New South Wales, and they're going to try and break this one out. And Lockie Fixter with a great effort there. And now here comes Queensland forechecking hard. New South Wales going to look to break this one out, though, and they do. Great outlet pass there. And here comes New South Wales, but the puck just kind of caught up in the ice, and Allegra can't do anything with it. And so New South Wales will reset back down here to Allegra. Allegra, his pass. And that one's intercepted by Lockie Fixter. The subsequent pass in was from Tim McGrath. And a big check there at the blue line. And Ben McGrath shaped that one off well. First McGrath was Tim, and the second one mentioned was Ben. Here comes Queensland. A shot on. And a save by Montgomery. A second save by Montgomery. So a double save there. New South Wales keep their shutout alive. 14:32 here to go. DeGraff, what a move there to create some space. Stanek sends this one forward here. And here comes Ben McGrath. And he gets taken off the puck there by a Queenslander, and they're going to move this one forward here. It's Jace Haley who removed his man from the puck. And it looks like Quentin Greenwood's someone's lost a net guard. I don't know who it was, actually. It looked like Greenwood, but he has his on still. Either way, we play on. New South Wales, a pass sent around there. It was from Tutton. And they had a man up. Cywak was alone at the blue line, and he was not happy that that puck didn't make it to him, and it's going to get iced.
So Jackson Stanek, he's copped two sticks to the face here. I'm not sure he's enjoying that half visor today.
So the net guard belongs to a Queenslander. We see here as Dalgaty's taking it to the bench, and all says, who does this belong to?
Yeah.
13-53. Go ahead.
13:53 of the second period. Scores 2-0. Shots on goal, 14-9.
So a great opportunity for Queensland to try and pull this one back. You know, last year it was Queensland who were dominating the shot totals, and right now it's New South Wales who are starting to pull ahead. We talked about it all pregame. This is going to be a completely different series, and a big reverse hit there. Jack Molly sends his man to the ground. That was Chisniakov. Chisniakov lined him up well, but Molly just skated through him. Queensland knocks this one away. Sammy Rippon's going to pick this puck up in his defensive zone. Good breakout pass here. Queensland have an opportunity. Jack Molly's going to push this puck forward, and a good defensive effort there knocks that one away. It was Schumack. Schumack was the first goal scorer here for New South Wales. And that one gets knocked down by Barrett Mannix. There's changes, so now New South Wales have a potential. And Sammy Rippon picked up the man Lowry at the blue line there, who was cherry picking, but he almost didn't need him, as it looks like the New South Wales were able to just walk into the blue line there. Lowry's going to pick this puck up behind the net now. Dumps this one off. For Sewak, tried to Michigan, and he almost got leveled by Rippon, who had his eyes on him. This one gets passed out. So it's Shumak who tried the Michigan. And now he's lurking in the slot. And a great effort there. And it looked like New South Wales almost had a third. And a great heads-up play there by Meyer. He got caught up there, and it looked like New South Wales went for the wraparound, and he stood very strong against that pipe.
Yeah, Myers took a slide across, went a little bit farther than what he expected, so he had to scramble back as the puck came onto the post, and New South Wales trying to knock it in. He did a great job. He got over back and covered it up fast as he could.
See here on the replay, they had the 2-on-1. Sywak was drifting there, and his backhander just couldn't get deflected on. And I think that Meyer thought it was going to get brought back around for almost a wraparound attempt. You see here, almost gets caught. He slid over just too far, and it was actually the post that saved that one. So New South Wales here should be up 3-0. Queensland throw this one around. And Quinn loses it out of the zone. And New South Wales able to fish this one out. It was Zeal. And Henri Dalgety will pick this one up behind his own net. And New South Wales forechecking extremely well here. Almost forces a mistake, but Queensland able to deal with it. But only for a second as New South Wales intercepted it, but Stanek intercepts it back himself. Stanek had men all over him. He wanted to call, but we play on. This one gets dumped down. Behind Greenwood. And that one fell to a dangerous spot, but New South Wales unable to do anything with it. Quinn will pick this puck up, but he gets stripped by Stanek. And Stanek's being held, and no call. So we play on. The referee's letting it go, and now a call will go against Kisniakov, it looks like. Actually, it's going to go against Queensland. So that's certainly a decision. We play on. Queensland now on the back foot. New South Wales will dump this one into the zone. And a good move there by Costa. Costa has a man lurking at the back, but he's going to take it himself. Lost it out of the zone for a second, but the referee plays on. This one gets sent in now. It's lost in the zone, and it'll get touched by Queensland. So the penalty will get called, and it's going to be an interference.
I hope we get a replay on the penalty, because I know Jackson Stanek's not going to be happy. He felt like he was tied up.
There was arguably a few, and then interference call there that I think could have gone either way.
Ways.
It could have either gone either way.
Yeah, we're at 10:57 of the second period.
But, these are the things. You get handed these situations and you deal with them. Queensland down 2-0 here. They are on the back foot now. New South Wales on another power play. And this one's going to get covered by Meyer, who is going to take 0 chances and freeze this puck.
Just remind me, what are we at for the count now? Are we at 4 power plays to 2?
I believe it's 5 now. This is... No, 4. You are correct. This is 4-2 now. And Costa with a shot on. That one took 2 deflections, and Meyer made a save without even seeing it. The puck's down low here. New South Wales moving the puck around well. And a shot on back post, scores! New South Wales take it out to a 3-0 lead. Colby Shumak has his second of this night, second of the series. And New South Wales out to a lead bigger than they saw in the entire series last year.
Yeah, the second period sure a lot different than the first period so far. We got 2 power play goals? We're at 10:39 of the second period. Now New South Wales are up 18 shots in 2 periods to Queensland's 9. So Queensland, it's very easy to figure out what they got to do. They got to get into the zone. They got to start taking more shots. They got to take possession of the puck, frankly. Can't blame New South Wales. They're doing their jobs. They're making nice passes, and they're getting shots.
And we said they wanted to come out strong. They wanted to come out early, and they've done that. They've dominated the game so far. And you see here down at the New South Wales, actually the reason we're just taking a second is because Josh Labrie, the Queensland coach, is in the ear of the official for that one. And I hate to say it, but he's got a case.
And what we said at the end of the first period is New South Wales, we thought that the coaches were going to be saying to them that they got to be faster. Well, we have definitely seen that so far.
They've rolled those lines really well, and they've realized that they're the faster team. They're the fitter team, if you will, and they're taking it to Queensland right now. And you see it right here. Just any time a Queensland player touches the puck, they've got a man in their face right away. And now New South Wales trying to set something up here, but Queensland intercept it, but only for a second. And there was a hit off the puck, which you could hear Josh Labrie call out from the Queensland bench. They are not happy down there. This puck gets picked up here now. It's DeGraff. Lays it off for Gillett. And this one here, DeGraff sends one to the back post, but no one was there. And now here comes New South Wales. Gillett, I think, thought about finishing that check, but he decided not to because he saw the numbers at the end. And a good pass over there finds Haley. And Haley's going to dump this one down. Queensland will get a change. And New South Wales will comfortably pick this one up behind their own net. It's with Braden Costa. Just lays this one over to Ben McGrath. And yeah, there's some pushing and shoving there in the back. The Queenslanders took exception to it. Ozzie Partridge getting stuck in there now, and now we're going to go.
So it's kind of getting to some old-time hockey here down in the corner. I've seen something there that I've never seen before in hockey. It looked like Jackson tried to take a ride on his shoulders.
Yeah, the New South Wales player had every right to be upset with that one. That was that was garbage. That was I've watched this game for 28 years of my life, and I've never seen that in my entire life.
It's kind of an interesting thing, but sometimes.
So his game misconduct. So it's a check to the head and a game misconduct. He is gone. So Jackson Stanek, his night is over, and he's mad. He had every right to be mad. He had a few calls go against him that weren't called, and he responded in a way that's unacceptable, and he's seen a game. So game misconduct. Jackson Stanek's going to go, and if you're quiet enough, you can probably hear that stick breaking in the dressing room right now.
Yeah, the thing is about hockey is some people's jobs are out there to figure out who's a hothead and how to get under their skin. When you're playing at higher levels, you got to be able to just brush everything off and continue playing. Turn anger into your play, not against the other team or the opponent. That's what they want, and I think they got what they wanted there.
Absolutely, and it's smart. It's smart. They knew that he was, they knew that he had been upset with some calls that hadn't been called, and he got up all in his grill, and Stanek reacted. And, in hockey, a lot of times they're going to call the retaliation, especially when you take it from pushing and shoving and you raise it another level.
Yeah, I'm just going to recap us where we are, folks, watching at home. We're at 9:13 of the second period. The score is 3-0. 18 shots to 9 for New South Wales, and number 19 for Queensland, Jackson Stanek, has been issued a 5-minute penalty in a game misconduct. He's already been sent to the dressing room.
You would imagine, too, that there's a chance we do not see him tomorrow as well. But not from the game misconduct because we're still in the second period, but you would think that they might have a look at that.
They will probably have a look at that and confer whether he can come back tomorrow or not. I hope he can. He's a fast, dynamic player. Just unfortunately that.
And if you watch the last 5 minutes of this game, it was kind of brewing. It really was. You could kind of see it. He was getting progressively more upset with the calls. And like we said, he reacted. And when you react a certain way in any sporting environment, you're going to have an early night in the showers.
Yeah, these guys know each other. They know which buttons to push on which players, right? So you got to play beyond that and above that. One thing I will say is the score is right now, it's separated by 3. They're up by 3. When I used to coach and when I used to play, I hated being up by 3. That's the magic number where teams can come back from. What I'm saying, folks, is the game's not over yet. Look to Queensland
not at all.
To try to get through this penalty kill. If we can get through this penalty kill with this, then I think we might be able to see a bit of a turnaround.
And, we've seen multiple 3-goal leads blown on this very sheet of ice in the last 12 months.
Yep.
So anything can happen. New South Wales win this face-off here, and it'll be interesting to see what the pace of the game turns into over the next couple minutes. Tutton takes this puck down here. He's going to lay it off to Zhao. Zhao's going to lay it off down low. Back to Zhao. Lays it off down low. It's with Cywak. Back to Zhao. He's got Tutton lurking at the blue line. So in a shot! That one got deflected, and Ethan Meyer didn't even see it. That one found his shoulder. Zeal lays this one off to Tutton. Tutton with one pass to the back post, banked out to Zhao. Zhao into the middle. Cywak couldn't turn it on, and now here comes Queensland. They pick this one up, and they're able to finally clear the zone. And now remember, this is a 5-minute game misconduct penalty, so if New South Wales score, they can keep scoring. The penalty does not release until the 5 minutes are over. A minute of those are down here now. This puck gets taken in now. It's Lowry. Lowry pass to the back post to Zeal. Zeal back to Lowry. Lowry, a shot! That one's still loose in front, and Ethan Myers going to cover up.
Good cover by Ethan Myers there. We're at 8:02 of the second period. Queensland has another 3 minutes and 49 seconds of penalty kill. Face-off is going to be in the Queensland defensive zone, New South Wales attack zone. And halfway there, here comes the face-off.
So the face-off is won forward by Queensland, but New South Wales are able to deal with it. This puck is picked up here, and a shot on a goal!
Yeah,
Colby Schumack, it is his hat trick. Throw your hats, New South Wales, and Queensland now trail by 4.
Yeah, quick little goal there, quick little shot, kept it on the ice. Not the hardest, fastest shot, but along the ice. Ethan didn't even have a chance to see it. He was almost still upright before he saw it at the last second when he went down to make a play on it. Little slipped in there just between his legs and in the corner.
So like we said before, the penalty does not release. 3:43 left to go in this power play, and New South can just keep racking up goals at this point. Costa's going to loop this one back down around. 7:48 here to go in the second period. 3:33 to go on the penalty. Schumack already on a hat trick. He'd love to add a fourth. Takes this one down. And this one gets picked up here. New South Wales cycle it. This one gets dumped back. Schumack to Costa. Costa lays this one off. And a shot on. That one gets blocked by the body of Dalgety. And Costa shoots. That one goes up and high over the net. And Greenwood's going to try and clear the zone with this one, and he's unable to. And Campbell with a gigantic hit! And it looks like he's going to get called for charging, possibly. So the discipline for Queensland is really the story here. This one's going to get touched up. We'll see the official call. And elbowing is the call.
Well, I hope we get to see another look at this.
They've called elbowing on that. I think if you have a case for anything, it's a charge.
Just looking at it again, here he comes in. The puck is there.
He's ducked his head.
You know, I saw shoulder to chest, but you know what? Referees are humans too. They're closer to the ice, down on the ice than I am. So
that's the decision. Okay, Queensland win this puck forward now here. Middleton, and this puck's going to get sent forward now. It's picked up behind here by Matty Campbell for New South Wales, and it's sent forward to Allegra. Allegra passed over now. They're 5-on-3, and it's Ben McGrath. He's going to send this puck forward now, and an uncontested shot on target is blocked, and Queensland will cover up here. The shot on was there by number 25. It's David Quinn. 2:33 here to go on the 5-minute penalty, a minute 32 here to go on the subsequent minor.
Yeah, we're at 6:36 of the second period. Score again 4-0, and with a 5-on-3 power play.
I always like to say it's not time to panic, but I tell you what, the time to press the panic button for Queensland's getting very close. Quinn, a shot on, and a save there by Meyer. Allegra will pick this puck up here in the corner. He's going to walk it in now. Back down to the blue line. Allegra walks it in, passes down to Ben McGrath. Ben McGrath back post. Shot on, and a save by Meyer. That shot was taken there by number 11. It's Matty Campbell. New South Wales picked this one up behind. all the time in the world. Ben McGrath shots in that one. He's unable to beat the postage stamp as Ethan Meyer covered that up. And now here comes a chance for Queensland. Jack Molly picks this puck up now. He's got no one with him, so he's going to have to do it himself. And he's going to just loop this one back and pass it back to his teammate and kill some seconds off.
Oh, referee, the linesman made a missed call.
The linesman blew the whistle for offside going the wrong way.
He just realized what he did.
I think that kind of sums up the night.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah. One thing I'll say about the goalie for Queensland, Ethan Meyer, none of these goals are his fault. He's done a good job. He's had 3 power play goals against him. One of the goals slipped by where I would say maybe he was standing a little too upright. But other than that, he's playing well. Queensland's going to be accountable for how they're playing.
And New South Wales with a mistake there. Middleton picks this puck up and directly in the back. And finally, a call goes the way of Queensland as that one's going to be called for boarding. You could see that one from Mars, Jay.
Yeah, that was kind of a body check to the head along the boards there, or body check to the upper body for a player that was down. You know what? But here's one of the things I'll tell you, folks. We're not cheering for him. We don't want penalties. I want to see 5-on-5 hockey. The referees, they got to get control of the game. Tell these players to chill out, play hockey.
Yeah, it's always interesting, the early games of a series like this, which sides are feeling each other out. But Queensland right now, they're being dominated. And we saw last year, Game 1 was 5-0 to Queensland away, and right now it's looking like it could be a repeat. Yep. The away team did extremely well in the series last year, but as we talked about in the top of the game, this was going to be a completely different series here. So New South Wales win the puck forward here, and it's going to get picked up in the back, and a big hit there by Queensland player. Greenwood dumps this one in. And Fixter wins this puck here off a New South Wales mistake. There's a really soft spot on the ice there right around that face-off dot, and it's causing havoc right now. And a shot on from the red line, and it gets gloved down and played on. And this one's going to get played over there to Kulinich, who sends it forward now to Lowry, and Lowry gets it stripped by Greenwood. And a shot on by Kulinich, and that one gets saved. So Lowry sends this one behind. There's 20 seconds to go on the power play. Now New South Wales falling back as Queensland push this one forward. And the puck weirdly sticking to the ice there. 4:20 here to go in this second period, and Queensland have killed off the rest of this 5-minute penalty, but a great chance here. Downey! And a great save there by Meyer, who's going to cover this one up. It was
another good save by Meyer where it kind of gets maybe a little bit behind him, but he reacted right, sits it down, and has it covered before the puck can go in the net. One of the things I'm hearing now from, I'll say this from both benches, you can't be yelling at the refs and calling for penalties.
No, absolutely not, because at some point you're going to get a misconduct call that gets you.
Well, exactly. You got to keep playing the game, guys. We're at 4:08 of the second period. There's 48 seconds left on the power play for Queensland. 4-0, 27 shots on goal to 9. We haven't seen a shot from Queensland on goal, obviously because of the double power play, for over 5 minutes. So hopefully we can see something here for Queensland.
New South Wales only have 4 players on the ice currently because there's the power play still left. 45 seconds left to go. It's 4-on-4. No, it's 5-on-4. I was about to say, I thought it was 5-on-4. Here comes Queensland, though, pushing this puck forward now. And a shot on, but that one just goes wide. The shot was sent wide there. And Rippon has it stripped away from Ben McGrath. McGrath, great deke there. Backhand shot goes wide, and this one's going to get picked up by Haley. And there's 16 seconds to go here in this power play. And New South Wales will kill it off shortly. Dalgety's going to walk this one in. And it's picked up by Hugh Campbell. He's going to take this one down into the corner. Took a check to the back, but you play on. One sent into a dangerous spot there. This one's still being fought over. 3:12 here to go. We're back to even strength. Watch Kisniakov coming out. The other way, a gigantic check! But here comes Queensland, but New South Wales, it's offside. What a check laid by DeGraff!
Yeah, he was offside by a country mile. There's no arguing that. I missed the check by DeGraff.
Alex DeGraff More like Alex Cronwall at the blue line. Watch this on the replay. Brings it out, bang!
Oh, yeah.
Lined him up right there at the blue line.
Yeah, that Alex DeGraff, he's actually got some incredible leg strength. I wouldn't want to be lining up against him.
Huge check in the open ice. That's something that could potentially fire up this Queensland bench. And New South Wales would love to find the fifth to really take any bit of energy that's left in this barn out of it. But, you know, DeGraff keeps making hits like that. It's going to bring the energy back in this barn. Here comes Brown, who's going to dump this one down. It takes a weird bounce off the Boondall boards. And the puck lost there at the Zamboni gate. An opportunity here for Queensland. And a good strip there by New South Wales sends this one forward. And now New South Wales can break this one out, but the pass is just a little too hot. And this one's going to get picked up by Lockie Fixter, who's going to send this one forward. Glove down here by Quinn. Quinn, good pass over there, creates an opportunity to wrist shot on, and it just goes wide. And a big check there by Queensland again. And they send this one out. So the check there in front of us, there it looked like it was Brown who sent the man to the ice.
Yeah, we got icing. Puck's going to come all the way back down.
Just looking at the shots on target right now, well, very lopsided. It's 27-9 in favor of New South Wales. They are all over Queensland right now.
Yeah, well, you know, having a 5-minute penalty and then also another penalty on top of it, it's pretty hard for Queensland to get in it. But we've seen since they're back on to 5-on-5 and, you know, that there is a bit more play on back-to-back at both ends.
So 2:14 to go here in the second period. The faceoff is won by Fixter, but a false start called on somebody.
Somebody jumped.
And I think they're just going to call it on Fixter because he won the faceoff. They didn't know. They knew enough to know someone went early, but they didn't know who, so we'll just give it on the guy who won.
Yeah, just a reminder, we're at 2:13 of the second period.
The faceoff is won by New South Wales. And he scuffs the puck there. Fixter sends this man to the ice there with a shove. It was 29, Jerry Zhao, who went to the ice there. McElligott sends it forward now for Queensland. He's going to chase this one. He's got Gillett with him. And they're going to fish this puck out. But a great pick by New South Wales. And here they come on the other way. And a big check there. You saw him lining up from the moment he got on the ice there. Ozzie Partridge, who was involved in the fray earlier, not afraid to get stuck in. And a check there laid by Eugene Jew. And he's going to, Partridge will send this one out of the zone. And McElligott will strip this one now. Here comes Jack Molly. And a great deke there in front, but it just went a little too far. So now here comes Queensland at a great check there. But only for a second. This one gets lost in the slot, and Queensland unable to do anything with it. They're creating dangerous chances almost by accident right now. Queensland, it's Haley down low. This one gets stolen away there. It's Matty Campbell. And now New South Wales come on a break. Quinn lays this one forward, and it's picked up by Jew, who lays back. Thought of it was offside, but the stuff, it doesn't matter. Here comes Sammy Rippon. He's got Middleton ahead of him. Decides not to pass it. He's going to take it himself. Lays it off to Middleton now, who sends a shot on, and that one's saved by Montgomery. Haven't had to call his name in a while. Here comes Queensland. Rippon wins this puck down here in the corner, and it's going to get sent forward. And Zeal has it taken off him, and he'll send it forward. It's picked up here by Haley. Haley's going to dump this puck in. Mannix is going to chase it, but it's taken there by Montgomery, who's going to lay it off. And New South Wales will win this out. 15 seconds to go, so they might have time to create something. Extremely fast there. Great skating there. Beats two men. And a shot finds the pipe. Zeal with a great play there. And the period is over.
Yeah, what an exciting end to the second period.
And right now, the energy is all coming from the New South Wales bench here in this barn. A sold-out crowd has been silenced here in Game 1. New South Wales lead 4-0 at the end of the second period.
Yeah, I've seen some interesting hockey, that's for sure. It's a bit of a goofiness, but I was actually pretty happy with the last 5 minutes of that period.
You know, one of the standouts here so far, the hat trick from Colby Schumack, the Sydney Bears player in the AIHL. He played his junior hockey with Saints down there in Sydney. He's been a fixture of the New South Wales hockey scene, played Ginsburg, DeFries, and Tang, as well as Aussie under-18s and under-20s. So a lot of talent down there, and he's got a hat trick here in Game 1 so far. So etching his name in the history books here tonight with State of Origin hat tricks. But we will be back. A lot to play for here for Queensland in the third period. Your score right now, heading to the third, it is Queensland 0, New South Wales 4.
Looking forward to the third period. Let's see if Queensland can turn it around.
We are live back here in Boondall for the third period of Game 1 of the 2026 Under-20 State of Origin Ice Hockey Series. And it's all New South Wales right now. It's 4-0. Jay, coming out in this third period, what do Queensland need to change?
Sorry, say that again?
What do Queensland need to change coming out in this third period?
Queensland, what do they need to change? They need to get control of their passing. They need to make tape-to-tape passes. We need to get our players that are newer to this level of play to step up. We need Hunter Boland. That's what we need.
There's a few players out of this lineup who are still overseas for Queensland. Hunter Boland is missing from the line. Sasha Rapchuk, the captain, still overseas.
Bryce Hodges.
We're missing Bryce Hodges, who's still overseas.
Those
in Butte,
three
Montana.
players would make a huge difference on the ice right
Absolutely,
now.
and Bryce Hodges, we talked about hat tricks with Colby Schumach's hat trick here tonight. Bryce Hodges had a hat trick in Game 3 last year of this series. So Queensland are missing. And I was talking about it before. There's so many AIHL games here in this New South Wales side. Queensland right now are missing like almost 100.
Yeah.
Queensland are missing almost 100 AIHL games out of this lineup. So, and it's not to make excuses for them because right now they're getting dominated, right?
Yeah.
New South Wales is coming out and they're dominating this game.
Yeah.
And now, granted, the calls aren't going the way of Queensland, but there were games last year where the calls didn't go the way of New South Wales. You have to adapt. You have to overcome.
Yeah,
and you can't react in the same way.
You can't be yelling at the officials. You can't be moaning about that. You got to turn, when you're feeling like the calls aren't going against you, you don't take it out on the ref. You use your frustration into your play and put some points on the board.
So it's Partridge and Schumach is going to win the face-off, the hat-trick man here in Game 1. And Tutton will take this puck back here behind the net, and they're going to push it out. So Queensland, a lot to do here in this third period. They've got to get 4 to tie it, 4 unanswered to tie it. And Greenwood will pick this puck up, but only for a second. And it comes back down around here now. And Hughes sends one down, and that trickles through. That's picked up here by Schumach. And a check there. Sends his man off the puck. It's Jack Molly, and here comes Jack Molly. And Jack Molly now with a deke sends it outside. But Tyrone Oxlade's going to send him into the boards for his troubles. New South Wales back-checking really well, and Queensland not getting players up the ice. It's very much a case of Queensland having to try and do 2-1-3, 2-1-4 down in the attacking zone. And right now, for Queensland's sake, New South Wales are far too comfortable. A great outlet pass now creates an opportunity. And a potential for a fourth goal there, but he takes a hard tumble into the boards. There was Colby Schumach. This one back, and it's whiffed on there at the blue line there by Declan Downey. And they're going to get this one in. And the offside clears. So here comes Queensland pushing this puck forward now, and it's just too hot off the stick of Middleton. And New South Wales will pick this one up. It's Braden Costa, who played his hockey last season here in Brisbane while the Sydney teams were taking their time off, expected to return back to Sydney this year. And this pass up here is stolen away by Queensland, but only for a second, and this one's going to come out into the Queensland bench. It got knocked off the stick of Nate Fixter.
Yeah, better a smoother start here to the third period. We're at 18-15 of the third. Score, of course, is still 4-0. Shots on goal, 28 in favor of New South Wales, 2-10 of Queensland.
And now, 18 minutes to go. You don't need to get them all at once, but you certainly think you need to get the first one soon to at least get some air in the sails as that one goes wide. A shot on from New South Wales, and the same way, New South Wales would love to get the nail in the coffin here. But now here comes Queensland. It's Lucky Fixter. He's got Middleton trailing. Middleton, a shot, and a great save there by McGrath, I believe. And another save there. Pardon me, it was Montgomery, his second save. And that one off the skate, and it's knocked out here by Zeal. And Queensland jump on this puck right now, but only for a second. It's Siwak who sends this one around. Can't find Zeal. Partridge is going to knock this one out. But a lot of tired legs here for Queensland right now. This puck gets dumped in. A shot on, and that one goes pipe. That was Zeal. Pardon me, it was Siwak. And this one's going to come down icing in the air. And it gets waved off. So New South Wales going to have to play it. Queensland here forechecking well. This is the best we've seen them forecheck all night. And it's stripped away now. Here comes Jack Molly. Jack Molly, a shot on it. A double save there. And a stick break for the Troubles there by Jack Molly.
Yeah, good opportunities there for Jack. New South Wales goalie played it right, charged out at the right time, cut off all the angles. Didn't leave Jack with too much, but he did get 2 shots away.
Matt Montgomery, we talked about him in the pregame, a great goaltender. He's been a solid backup down there to Charlie Smart in Newcastle, and he's been playing excellent here so far here in Game 1. Brown keeps this puck in, but only for a second. Is Eugene Jew's going to chase this one down potentially here for New South Wales, and he's going to get it. And he gets taken off the puck. But they will worry about a wrister there from the top. And here comes Queensland potentially now in a breakout. They've got 2-on-1. And they take their man off the puck, but the big New South Wales player there is able to just keep on the puck there. Matty Campbell is a big boy down there, and he uses his body well. DeGraff sends this one back in for Queensland, and it's going to get picked up here behind by David Quinn for New South Wales. This one's going to come forward here, and Mannix will send it around now. New South Wales picks up behind the, and there's a whistle.
Well, you're right there, Lockie. If Queensland's going to get back in this game, they got to do something quick. Now, they've had a few shots on goal here. They've taken it up to 14 from 10 when we started the period. We're at 16:06. But they need to put some points on the board right away if they're going to make a game of this.
So the call is icing. I wasn't actually sure what the whistle was there, but the way they're bringing it down here to the New South Wales zone, it looks like icing.
Now they're bringing it back out. They're actually going to take it at center ice. So it must have been a missed whistle.
Yeah, I would think so there. We're just getting the 2 linesmen talking about it. So yeah, they'll let him change. So it was just a missed whistle there, and you could hear the head coach of Queensland, Josh LeBrie, say, "Are you kidding me?" So it's been a night that Queensland has wanted to forget, but it's a night they could still remember if they get moving here.
Yeah, let's get something on the board.
Campbell sends his men into the corner there. Middleton picks this puck up here, sends this one on. It's going to fall to Campbell, shot and a save. That one went side netting. Falls here to Nate Fixner. Nate Fixner with a shot on that one, got deflected down by Hugh Campbell. Queensland creating a few chances here. That one was sent back in. Lucky Fixner now. Over to Hugh Campbell. Is going to lay this one off. But New South Wales deal with it. And it goes past Sammy Rippon. Nate Fixner's going to chase this one down now. And icing is the call.
Yeah, so Hugh Campbell there actually had a really good opportunity, and I think he played it pretty smart on that shot on goal. It was going quite high. He actually jumped in the air, and I believe he put it on the bottom of his shaft of the top end of his stick to try to deflect that down. Good heads-up play by Hugh Campbell.
I'd like to see Queensland get a little more angle on some of these shots. They're taking a lot of them from the baseline, and there's just not enough angle to beat the keeper, especially a keeper the quality of Matt Montgomery. Here comes New South Wales now the other way, 3-on-2. Centering pass, that one was dealt with by Queensland, and a player losing his stick, and now here comes a chance for Queensland the other way, 2-on-1. Molly in the middle. Falls to Haley, shoots, he scores! We talked about it in the pregame. It's his mother's birthday. He wanted to dedicate a goal to her, and he's got it. Queensland are back into the game. It's 4-1.
Yeah, Jace Haley jumps on the rebound from the shot from Ozzie Partridge. Comes out to him. I believe I did call that at the beginning of the game. To look out for Haley to get one for his mom's birthday, so good on him. The goal is scored at 15:06 of the third period, registering Queensland's 16th shot on goal.
There's some energy in this bar now.
This makes it interesting because there is time. There is time.
And like we said, you don't got to get them all at once, but getting the first one sooner rather than later is huge. Because if you can get some of the momentum back in this sold-out barn, all of a sudden Queensland are back in this game. So Jace Haley gets the goal. I believe the assist will go to Jack Molly, and a big check there by Tutton. Schumack wins this puck here now for New South Wales. And Dibble also will get credited with an assist on that one as well. So New South Wales, they'd love to answer back really quickly. It's Lowry here. Got a lot of time on this puck. Sends one to the back post there. Crossing. It's Shumak, who already has a hat trick here tonight. One-timer shot. That one goes wide, and now it's just gone too far for Shumak. And now here comes Queensland potentially creating something. And the pass intercepted there by Tyrone Oxlade. What a player he is for New South Wales, and they're going to miss him games 4, 5, 6. In games 3, 4, 5, and 6, as he is heading off to Calgary to go play junior hockey over there. 14 minutes to go. Queensland going to try and push this one now. Here comes DeGraff. He's going to send this one down into the corner, and he's going to get tied up with Oxlade there, and a good check. Gillett tried to keep it in for Queensland, but he's unable to. McGilligan will send this one down. And Aiden Downey will win this puck. Now here comes Downey pushing it forward here. Aiden Downey, he's got a goal already here tonight. Downey with a shot, and that one gets knocked down by the chest of Meyer, and there was a rebound to be won, but Meyer able to dive on it right there.
Yeah, good pickup by Ethan Meyer there. The puck, when it went down in front of him,
we'll see here on the replay right now. We'll get a replay of the Queensland goal here. Brings it in. They had the numbers. And, Dibbles there had Molly streaking, and the rebound just falls right to Haley in the slot. And a player of that quality is going to bury those 9 times out of 10. So here comes Queensland trying to push this one out now. And Braden Costa, the captain for New South Wales, he's going to have this puck stripped off him. Here come Queensland trying to push a chance now. But taken out here by Cywak. But now it falls. Ozzie Partridge for Queensland. Good deke there. Ozzie Partridge has behind the net, fed it into the slot. It's going to fall to Greenwood. Greenwood shoots, and that one finds the pipe. It beat the goaltender, but can't bury it. And another chance gets tanked on, and that one found onto the back netting. It's Queensland doing very well to create chances now. Dalgety keeps that one in, but only for a second. And the pass to Cywak just goes too hot, so Greenwood will dive on this one for Queensland. But Cywak wins this puck here. Great skill there. Dalgety's going to just send him into the boards. New South Wales, that pass goes intercepted there by Queensland, but only for a second. Zeal sends this one around now. Picked up by Aiden Downey. And this one's going to get chopped forward now. Queensland going to try and break this one out to create an opportunity. It's Lucky Fixter now who's going to take it through the entire New South Wales team himself. Dives, just dumps that one down in, and Middleton's going to win this puck. So great hustle here by Queensland to keep this on their sticks. Lucky Fixter behind the net now. Lays it off. Queensland working here. Middleton. And a good check there by New South Wales. Wins this puck back. It was Declan Downey, number 59, who made that check. Zhao takes this puck into the corner. He beats Sammy Rippon, but only for a second. This puck's going to get picked up here. And a one-timer on by Campbell. Matty Campbell for New South Wales. Queensland, Hugh Campbell for Queensland dumps this puck in now. This one's behind the net here, and a big contact there into the boards. And one's taken and just too far, so DeGraff will have to pick this puck up. 11:21 here to go, and Queensland have had a lot more of this puck in the last 5 minutes. That goal really kind of brought some fire into the skates of Queensland here. Queensland going to push this forward. It's Gillett. It's intercepted there. That's going to fall to Queensland. McGilligan. McGilligan, a shot saved in the chest. It's still loose. And New South Wales almost able to deal with it, but Queensland keep it in the zone. This one gets sent around the horn. Kept in here by Queensland. It's Haley. Haley. Great deke. Haley with a shot, and that one gets blocked by the defender. It was number 25, David Quinn for New South Wales. This one's going to get sent up into the bench, and it looked like Quinn thought they might call the delay of game there, but they did not, and he breathes a sigh of relief.
Yeah, here we go. We're at 10:43 of the third period. Face-off is going to be down in New South Wales defensive end to the right of the goalie.
Partridge wins it forward to himself and tried to get a shot off, but that one was knocked down by number 17, Kulinik for New South Wales. And a board will get called here, so Queensland are going to go on the power play. Myers to the bench, but it'll get touched up. So Queensland now, 10:25 here to go in this game. And they've got power play. I think it'll be boarding. It should be boarding is the call. We'll get this confirmed here by Tommy Harkness.
Yeah, he definitely called boarding back there.
Yeah, the board.
10:25 of the third period.
And Queensland back on a man-up situation. It's Chisniakov for New South Wales, who will head to the box. I believe that's his second time in the box here tonight.
Here's Queensland's power play unit.
And a huge time for them to get a goal here. It's almost do or die here for Queensland. They got to get another one back. They're going to cycle this puck around. But New South Wales not passively killing this penalty at all. They are up in the faces of Queensland. This one's going to come around to Haley. Let's see if they can make something of this. They come out, and exactly what New South Wales wanted. They're just using pressure to force problems for Queensland. But here comes Partridge. He's going to try and push it past them. Lays it off. Dougherty tried to send that one into the middle. This one gets sent up into a dangerous area, and it's just going to end up getting covered by Montgomery after the squeaky puck finds itself to him.
Impressive penalty kill by New South Wales so far. They haven't allowed Queensland to, they're getting some passes off, but they're constantly under pressure. Nothing's been clean, and there's been no opportunity for a good shot yet. So kudos to New South Wales.
And when you look at game one of last year, New South Wales have come in so well prepared this year. And it's almost like what happened last year, where the questions were being asked about New South Wales preparedness, where you almost got to ask the questions about Queensland preparedness this time. Partridge is going to take this one down around. Ozzy Partridge. Ozzy sends that one down, and it's going to go to Haley. Hugh Campbell behind the net. Wraparound attempt, and Montgomery got the skate back to the pipe and saved it. This one's still loose in front, pushing and shoving, and that's going to be a penalty going against New South Wales. And you would think there's got to be a game misconduct for this one too, as that player for New South Wales has just lost it.
Yeah,
this might be Schumack. Colby Schumack has absolutely lost it. And you got to think this might be the last time you see him in this series.
Yeah,
because he has absolutely blown his head.
What set him off there? I've kind of missed that.
And he hears it from this crowd.
Yeah, the crowd's not too happy with him.
And he's going to get sent. The Queensland bench, there are 3 or 4 players on Queensland who want to hop the bench right now. We'll see here on the replay. There's just pushing and shoving in front of the net. And Campbell tries there. And he comes in, and he's just lost his head here.
Yeah, it seems like a bit of an overreaction. It's just a power play drive to the net from behind.
And like we said before, so that's going to be the game.
Yeah, we're at 9:26 of the third period.
So 5 in a game for fighting, which means that we're less than 10 minutes to go here in the third period, which means we will not see him tomorrow. Colby Schumack will not play tomorrow. And it'll be interesting to see how much he plays in the rest of this series, because that's the type of brain snap that usually ends in a suspension.
Yeah. Have they put up, you saw the referee issue the 5?
Yeah, he said game misconduct for fighting.
Okay.
So Queensland, who are already on a power play here, will potentially be going to a 5-on-3 for a minute, and then it will be non-releasable.
Yeah. Once again, 9:26 of the third period. Shots on goal 31-22 in favor of New South Wales. We have one penalty still up on the board of number 9 for New South Wales, who is Greg. Oh, help me with the last name.
Pardon me? Oh,
Kisniakov. And then they're going to put up another 5 on top of that. So it'll be a power play or a 5-on-3 for at least a minute, unless they've issued anything to Queensland. I don't think they have.
The second one hasn't.
I don't see anybody in the bench down there.
No, but the second one hasn't gone up on the board, so there might be. They might have offset. There might have been something that. Oh no! So okay, so the player has come. It's gone on the board now. 5 and a game for Colby Schumack. He has a hat trick here already tonight. He averaged a point a game at the under 18 international level.
Yeah, and the penalty's being served by number 16 Allegra.
And not the player you want to lose for New South Wales. This one's going to get sent all the way down around, and it's going to ride the horseshoe to Ozzy Partridge, who's going to pick this one up. 9:14 to go here in this third period. So we will see if this becomes a story in this game. Partridge takes it in. And there's a broken stick there from New South Wales. Quinn just tried to slash another player's stick and broke his own. That one gets sent on and blocked. Great job by New South Wales throwing the bodies in the way of that shooting lane. One sent into the middle, shot, a great save by Montgomery. Wow! He kept this game a 3-goal lead. A push in the middle. This one's getting very physical down low. This one's going to come out to Partridge. 10 seconds to go here on this first power play. Another save there by Montgomery, who's got to be one of your shouts for stars of the game here tonight for New South Wales. And here comes Tutton. Mac Tutton, and a great... Campbell's going to get called for a trip. I don't know for what. I realize he got caught up in the stay. I thought he got the puck there, but...
he made a diving play at the puck. He did hit the puck first. The player did try to, instead of turning away, turned in, ended up tripping over him. So,
I mean, those are the risks you take anytime you dive to the ice like that.
Yeah.
So it'll be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes.
Yeah. 8:19 left in the third period. Queensland number 13.
It's Hugh Campbell.
Hugh Campbell getting 2 minutes for tripping.
And this is the discipline things we talked about all game, because Queensland could have comfortably been up on a man-up opportunity for 3 minutes and 53 here, and instead they've given them a 4-on-4. And this is a potential chance for Costa to take a shot, and he scores! Just like I said right there, Queensland hands the keys to the game right back to New South Wales, and they open the door, and they kick it wide open.
Yeah, the goal scored at 8:14 of the third, taking it up to 5-1.
And Hughes is going to get credit for the goal, it looks like, on a tip-in. And yeah, just wide open there at the near post. Tips that one in.
Yeah, it's, when you're on a power play for 5 minutes like that, you can't risk taking penalties. It's your shot at the game to come back.
And this is a case of Queensland just throwing this game away. There was chances that they could have. New South Wales have been the better side all game. You have to give them that. But Queensland have definitely made it more difficult for themselves every chance they've had. Here comes New South Wales. Braden Costa takes it across the blue line, lays it off to Hughes, who just scored, and he had a chance for another one, and a rebound there. Hughes with another chance, and Queensland able to clear this one away frantically. And now here comes Lockie Fixter for Queensland. He's going to push this one forward, lays it down. DeGraff will chase. And Middleton will take this puck out. And Queensland moving this puck around, but not really with any purpose. Ozzie Partridge now, pardon me. Yeah, that was Partridge, but he got his pocket picked there at the blue line. And Molly tried to do the same at the other end. And now Partridge creating an opportunity here for Queensland potentially. Lays this one back into the middle. And Queensland just able to pick this puck up. So for some Queensland, they've got 43 seconds to go here in this 4-on-4. And Brown pushes that one forward. It's going to fall to Brown again. No urgency from Queensland right now. They've just had all the air taken out of their sails in total, and you just see it with that pass there. That's going to find itself back to the goaltender, and he'll have to cover it under the pressure of Ben McGrath. So everything going the way of New South Wales right now. 6:38 here to go in this game. Yeah,
Ben McGrath has having a really good shift the last minute there. 6:38 left in the third period. It'll be even strength for another 21 seconds, and then Queensland will be back on the power play for just under 2 minutes.
And the power play, the non-releasable, if you're just joining us here, 5-1, Colby Schumack with the hat trick, but also the game misconduct. He had the brain snap down in front of his own goal, and that's going to be a story that we're going to be following for the rest of this series potentially. This one's headed out to Jack Molly now. Molly with the puck on his stick. He's going to take it past now. Molly down into the corner. Lays it off to Sammy Rippon. Sammy Rippon with a wrister, and it got deflected by Lockie Fixter at the end, but it wasn't able to be turned on net. New South Wales now, their bodies are buzzing around. They're throwing hits around. There's some scrum down here in front. It's going to get fished out by Fixter. It almost looks like he's too tired to do anything with it as Matty Campbell is going to pull this puck out for New South Wales. And it almost looks like, as a shot there gets covered up by Meyer, it almost looks like the writing's already on the wall here. Queensland just looked like all the fight that they had, they lost with that 5th goal.
Yeah, good glove there by Meyer. We're at 5:51 of the 3rd. Shots on goal, 36-23.
A lot more even than they were earlier in this game. I believe at one point it was 27-5.
No, 10.
27-10.
Yeah. Here we go with the face-off in Queensland's defensive end.
This one is back here to Dalgety, who sends it over to Ozzie Partridge, who just scuffs it there on maybe potentially a wet patch of ice left from that second period ice cut. It's a warm day here in Queensland. It's been warm all week. And the ice always feels it, as that one gets sent through by Campbell, and that actually was potentially way more dangerous than it should have been. And this one's back behind the net here now. It's Haley, the goal scorer for Queensland. Haley is going to send this one down. And you hear calls of urgency from the Queensland benches. There's 5:15 here to go. And that one just gets stolen away there by Aiden Downey. What a game he's had for New South Wales here tonight. This one kept in by Dalgety, apparently. I thought that might have crept out, but we play on. Haley with the puck here. Back onto a power play now, 32 seconds. That one gets shot on, deflected, and it's taken up, but the deflection took it out of the danger area. And Dalgety's unable to keep that one in, so this should kill off most of the rest of this power play. 4:42 here to go in the game in Queensland. They got to work quick. And they get this puck forward now, but no one there to deal with as Dalgety's dump just goes in. New South Wales happy to just kill this off as much as they can right now and just passively play the last 4 minutes of this game. Aiden Downey now. He's going to explode into the attacking zone, and a good poke check there by Sammy Rippon, but he's unable to follow it up. Middleton will intercept this pass, and he's trying to find McElligott, and he does. McElligott, and that puck's going to go up and over the boards.
We got 4:06 left in the 3rd period. Shots on goal, 36-23. Score, 5-1 for New South Wales.
Oh, we saw.
Sorry. Face-off's going to be just outside the Queensland zone on the blue line.
We saw it last year. Game 1 of the series was a win on the road for Queensland, 5-0. And it looks to be a reversal of the series from last year. And, you know, Queensland would hope that as the series goes on that it's not a repeat of last year, because last year was an absolute dominant Queensland performance. And here so far it's been dominant from New South Wales. Lockie Fixter's going to take this one into the zone, and it gets knocked away by Tutton. And here comes Jerry Zhao. Lays it off to Tutton. Tutton in the slot, a shot and a score! Mac Tutton, he scores for New South Wales, makes it 6-1, 3:31 here to go in this game. And if the last one wasn't the nail in the coffin, well, that one certainly is.
That certainly was. That was a bit of a soft one there. Bit greasy, just got over Ethan's shoulder into the net. Scores 6-1 at 3:31 of the third period.
Not a player who scores a lot of goals. Only 1 goal in 33 games in the ECSL and no goals in 25 games in the AIHL. But what a shot here in the top corner. Mac Tutton's got a goal in State of Origin.
It looked like he just put it between Ethan's glove and his shoulder there, so kind of a hard one to catch, bit of a handcuff.
This puck's going to get knocked down now, so Queensland got to go at about a 2-goal-a-minute rate. So they got to work quickly here. They're going to push this puck out. McElligott's going to dump it forward, and it's going to get picked up by Gillett. He'll have this puck here. Gillett sends one on, and a great save there by Montgomery. And a good check there sends him into the boards. It's picked up here. Queensland players almost fighting themselves for it. Mannix sends one in, and he gets checked off for his trouble, but it's going to be high, it's going to be late, and it's going to be a 2-minute penalty.
Yeah, so looks like a bit of a high hit there. I don't know what the referee's gesture
I think that, Tommy Harkness is just kind of showing him you came up with it. So it might be an elbow call. It's been consistent with kind of what we've seen earlier tonight.
2 minutes for roughing.
Yeah.
2 minutes for roughing at 2:54. Queensland on another power play. Can they get a one or two here to make it respectable?
It's going to go against Declan Downey, who's been in the box already here tonight for New South Wales. No stranger to the penalty box. And Quinn's going to send this one around. It's picked up by Partridge. It's down here in the corner. Haley will send this one around. But New South Wales picked this one right up. It's kept in the zone by Hugh Campbell, but only for a second. And New South Wales almost able to force something very dangerous with a breakaway, but here come Queensland the other way. Jack Molly lays it off, and a one-timer is broken by Dalgety. And a shot on! But that one just snuck past the back post. That was almost the second goal. That one beat Montgomery. And Molly, the one-timer, couldn't redirect. And it looks like Quinn's lost his stick here for New South Wales. 2 minutes to go here in this game. This one gets sent over here to Haley. Haley sends one in. That one got deflected, but Montgomery with a great save. He's been standing on his head here tonight. He's part of the reason why this game's so lopsided right now. He's had a few great saves. Queensland walk in, and a hard wrist shot just goes wide. And Partridge will pick this puck up here. He's got pressure on him. It's Tim McGrath. And Partridge will just confidently take this one up himself, and he's going to lay it off to Dalgety. Minute 36 here to go, and New South Wales force another turnover here. And a pass just goes wide, but Queensland, the tired legs, unable to deal with it. And a minute 30 here to go in this game, and it literally looks like both sides have just very much come to terms with the final of this one. Molly's going to push it forward here for New South Wales. And no Queensland players are up to help him. It's been a case all night, and you can't even blame the tired legs because it was happening in the first period too. Someone on Queensland would create a great chance, and then there's just no one there to help. As this one's going to fall to Fixter. Fixter, a shot, and that one is saved by Montgomery. And this one gets knocked around. A minute here to go in the game. Sammy Rippin, that one gets deflected and saved again by Montgomery. It's going to fall to Lockie Fixter. Fixter backhand, and that one doesn't get to the goaltender. That one was blocked there by number 9. It's Greg Chizniakov. So DeGraff, been one of the lone highlights here for New South Wales was his open ice hit at the blue line. Pardon me, one of the lone highlights here for Queensland here tonight. As with 30 seconds to go, it just kind of looks like Queensland's going to get out of this one without any injury. It's going to get sent around from Lucky Fixter to his brother Nate. They're going to send this puck up. And a check there. And it's now into the corner here. A scrum here in the corner. 5 seconds to go. 4. And New South Wales will come out winners of Game 1. Queensland went on the road and had a 5-goal win last year in Game 1. And Game 1 goes the same here the other way. New South Wales come up here to Boondall, and they put in work here in Game 1.
Yeah, you can hear the New South Wales fans off to our left here cheering at the end there. They, you know what? At the end of the day, they played better hockey. They were more on top of the puck. Their passes were cleaner, and they had definitely, significant amount more shots, even though they faced some significant penalties themselves.
And there were moments that, Queensland seemed to be about to get back in it. There was the goal to cut it to a 4-goal game. There was a couple moments they created opportunities. There was the best example of it, the 2-on-1 breakout that they had that was stopped because a Queensland player decided to get into a fight at the back end.
Yeah.
Now, it was just discipline. Now, granted, you can't say it's just discipline because obviously Queensland got worked here tonight. They got outplayed.
Yeah, they got outplayed. And the thing is, I don't want to be too critical of Queensland, but Queensland can't count on power plays for their only opportunities for getting shots. They got to play 5-on-5 hockey better. They got to clean up the passes.
And someone's got to step up. We talked about it. They're missing over 100 AIHL games right now with the couple players out of the lineup right now for Queensland. We got Hodges, Bryce Hodges. They're missing Sasha Rapchuk, and they're missing
Hunter Bolin.
Hunter Bolin.
Yeah,
which
big time.
Between Sasha and Hugh alone, that's almost 100 AIHL games right alone there.
Yeah.
So Queensland, they're missing guys, but at the same time, this is Origin. You've
Yes.
got to step up. You've got to grab the day by the throat.
Yeah.
And tomorrow it's going to be a case to see who does that.
Yeah.
One of the heroes here tonight, Colby Schumack from New South Wales, he won't be on the ice tomorrow because of that brain snap there in the third period.
And we'll find out what happens with Jackson Stanek.
Absolutely. We'll see what happens with him. So we'll have those updates for you at the top of the show here tomorrow night. But we will log off here tonight. New South Wales with a famous Origin victory here on the road at Queensland. Your final score, Origin 1. It's New South Wales 6, Queensland 1. We are back here tomorrow night, an hour earlier though, 3:30 p.m. Queensland time, 4:30 p.m. New South Wales time for Game 2. And Queensland got a lot of work to do between now and then.
Yeah, thanks very much, folks. Let's hope for a better game tomorrow, at least a closer game.
I don't think the New South Wales fans will hope for that. I think, if anything, they'll hope for a more lopsided game. But thank you for joining us, whether here in the barn or live on YouTube. And we'll see you tomorrow. For Jay Partridge, I am Lachlan Eels. Thank you once again for joining us. Your final score again here tonight, New South Wales 6, Queensland 1.